Today is November 9, 2022, Wednesday. I am going to give you my analysis for the Philippine Stock Exchange Index as of today's market closing. My name is Jaycee de Guzman of Equilyst Analytics. I founded Equilyst Analytics in 2014. For almost a decade, I've been guiding more or less 2,000 local traders and foreign investors. You learn how to invest and trade in the Philippine Stock Exchange. To know more about my service, please visit my website at equilyst.com. The link to my website is available on the description of this video. Now, the PSEi closed today at 6,241.68. It's down by 0.75% or 47.42 points. In the short term, it's trading above the 10-day simple moving average, but in the on a longer term scale, it's moving below its 200-day SMA. MACD is bullish as it continues to traverse the area above the signal line. Erraticity wise, based on its 10-day historical volatility score, the PSEi remains a low risk index. Now, the total turnover value reached 5.18 billion pesos today, 57% of which came from the local traders and investors. The remaining 43% goes to came from the foreign investors. Today's foreign buying amounts to 2.67 billion pesos, while the foreign selling amounts to 2.16 billion pesos. So subtracting 2.16 from 2.67, we got 510 million pesos worth of net foreign buying today. Despite that relatively sizable net foreign buying, it wasn't enough to pull the index above the to pull the index on a positive note. In fact, there were only two indices that closed in the green territory, which are the industrial and holding sector at 0.39 and 0.11% respectively. The losing indices were led by the mining and oil sector at negative 2.72%, followed by the property sector at negative 2.07%, followed by the services sector at negative 2%. Properties at negative 2.07. So that's how the PSEi traded for today, Wednesday. Now let's take a look at the top traded stocks according to the size of their total turnover value. The number one top traded stock is Semirara Corporation with a total turnover value worth 521 million pesos, followed by BDO with 691.3 million pesos, DMC followed by DMC at 168 million pesos. On the fourth on the rank is PLDT at almost 320 million pesos, and on the fifth spot is Ayala Land at 243 or almost 244 million pesos. By the way, these are top traded stocks according to the number of trades made. Now, let's take a look at the most active stocks. For the most active stocks, these are ranked according to the size of their total turnover value. Now, the number one most active stock according to the size of TTV or total turnover value is BDO with 691 million pesos worth of traded value, followed by Semirara. Third on the list is BPI, followed by SM Investments, and then on the fifth rank is PLDT. For the worst losers, according to the percentage change, number one on the list is ECP at negative 19.90%, followed by TUGS at negative 19.66%. The third one is MBC at negative 18.15%, followed by ABG at negative 11.11%, The fifth on the list is PBB at negative 8.97. Now for the top gainers according to the percentage change, LPC is number one on the list at positive 91.59% today, followed by PAX at 10%. Third is PERC at 9.17%. Fourth is ION at 6.45%. And lastly, fifth on the list is Heaven HVN at 5.35%. So that's how the PSEi fared for today, Wednesday, November 9, 2022. Is there a chance for this bearish sentiment to be altered or changed for the next trading day on November 10, Thursday? We are yet to find out because at the moment, Nasdaq, according to the latest statistics or latest scores, Nasdaq is up by 51.68 points. S&P 500 is up by 21.31 points. Dow Jones is up by 333.83 points. If we will continue to see green numbers on these three main indices in the U.S. Stock Exchange, then we might see the PSEi piggybacking the bullishness of the bigger international markets. But let's take a look at it again by the end of the trading day in the US. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, Philippine time, go to Bloomberg.com and take a look at the how the US stock exchanges closed. So, but for now, here in the Philippine stock market, it's more more prudent thing to do to assess individual stocks than to make a generalized decision, go or no go decision based on what you see on one index alone. So for the longest time, that's what I've been doing. Instead of making a generalized decision, I take a look at the individual performance of the stocks that I'm eyeing and trading in my portfolio, regardless of whether they are already in my portfolio or they are still in my watch list. Now, if you'd like me to train you or teach you the entirety of my evergreen strategy, you have the option to subscribe to my stock market consultancy services. Visit the Equilyst.com for more details. Thank you, and this is Jaycee de Guzman of Equilyst Analytics.